Beatniks just don't make good carpenters, because they're never square, Daddy-o. Hey folks, Wes with Woody Name Woodworking, and today I'm going to be talking about squares. Not this one in particular, actually. I picked up this Woodpecker 6-inch carpenter square a couple years ago when I was getting started with all the tool buying and eventual woodworking, which, again, not shown in this video. But I picked this up because Woodpeckers has a really good reputation, and it's been a great square, no doubt about it. But I keep dropping it, so you get things like that, and you get kind of, let's see, edges like this, and these. It's still square, don't get me wrong, but I'm starting to worry about its longevity given how often I knock it off of things. So I thought I might pick up some more squares to add to the collection in the shop. Not necessarily like the Swanson Speed Square, something a little bit more accurate. So in keeping with the aluminum and Made in America theme, decided to try out this stuff from DFM Tool Works. Take a look at it, let's see what it's like. Now, as I mentioned, these tools are indeed made in the USA, which they list in several places, and just so we don't forget, obviously we've got the flag on the back. From what I can tell, it looks like they're made in Chicago, but don't hold me to that. One of the things that sold me on this, I got to admit, are the bright colors that they had available. Orange, and this is going to be green. I think the PB Swiss screwdrivers I bought got me hooked on this idea of colorful tools. Yeah. Yeah, they know their audience. Comes with a sticker. Well, we know where that's going. So this little metal pin here to help us set angles. And you've got these various holes right at the various sizes. So you can mark exactly 1 inch on center, 1.5 inches. And I believe the idea here is we can pivot this at these various angles using this pin to ensure we're drawing whatever size we want. Or whatever angle we want, rather. Also have this small green square. One of the nice things they have on the packaging, though, is also instructions on how to use it with this QR code taking you to their informational stuff. So this little L-shaped square. These pins will allow you to find the center of something up to, it says, 1 7/8 inches in thickness. So you can see I accidentally hit it with the Pica marker, so I'm going to have to come back and kind of clean that off a little bit later here. But able to make mark it exactly 1 inch. Then let's say I wanted to do 1.5 inches. You got it right there. And of course we can do things between. We can do, let's see, 3/8. 1, 2, 3/8. That's pretty cool. Now, let's say we want to use our angle function. Had to raise this up off the table a little bit because this pin, it's going to affect our ability to be on that flat table there. But obviously this is going to function similar to a speed square, where if I wanted to set a specific angle, I could rotate it, keeping this part against my board, till I was about 45, and this would be roughly a 45. But one of the disadvantages when you're using a speed square is you have to kind of do this yourself. Line it up by eye and whatnot. This gives you the advantage of kind of locking it in place. So, now obviously I wouldn't really need to do this for a 45, as we already have a 45 here. And Lines up really well there. Not sure if that comes through in the camera. But let's say I wanted to do something different. Let's say I wanted to do like a 30 degree. Set for 30 degrees. I'm gonna bring this forward a bit. And there we are. 30 degrees. Let's try something a bit more intense. Let's see what happens when we do 67.5 degrees. And there we are also. Cool. Cool. Neat little bit of functionality from this. Obviously, the primary thing for it is going to be just being a square. Are these two things, 90 degrees from each other? These will be super helpful when I'm trying to be ultra accurate in measuring something. This will come in handy less often, I'll be honest, but it's still a nice bit of functionality to have. Now, obviously, the primary role for this little square, other than being a really cool green color, is to help square things up. Right? Like so. And I can imagine this being super helpful when I'm trying to make sure my table saw or my miter saw are cutting a true perfect 90. But this certainly comes in handy because a lot of the little boxes I've made, I've found that having a smaller square would be useful to make sure everything is, well, square. But one of the things I was most interested with this is its center finding ability. So what we're going to do is put our pins at either end of the long arm of our L. There we go, our center. Now obviously this is just a first impressions video and I don't really have the seat time beyond the few minutes of playing you just saw me do here to make a determination as to the quality or utility of these, but given my first impressions, I think these will be a nice addition to the shop. And of course, I'm always happy to support high quality, made in America tools, especially ones that are really affordable. These weren't a bad price at all, especially when you compare them to somebody like woodpeckers, who are very good, but priced in a way to reassure you that they know they're very good. They're sort of the Snap-on of the woodworking world. All right, folks, so that was the DFM Small Carpenters Square and Small Square. Hope you enjoyed the video. Let me know what you think about these DFM tools. Have you seen them anywhere? Have you tried them? Do you have any thoughts on them? I'm really happy to see anybody bringing high quality manufacturing to America for tools. So let me know in the comments if you guys have tried these DFM tools, or you'd like to, or if you've even seen them advertised anywhere. I admit I saw them on the Large Jungle site and decided to give them a shot, and I'm so far happy that I did. This is all happening with a span of like 15 minutes, so who knows. But I'm assuming the quality I see so far will be maintained. As always, please like and subscribe, and if you have any thoughts on these tools from DFM, if you've tried them or you'd like to, go ahead and tell me down in the comments. Thanks!